Okay, so this is the aquaponics system that I built. I'll give you a little tour of it. Dogs go out to play. So this is the grow bed, 10 foot by 3 foot, filled with 3/4 inch gravel. That's my grow media. Got a little bell siphon in the middle. And I've got the PVC pipes going over the top here because I'm planning on using that as a frame to put some 3mm clear plastic over it to create a sort of greenhouse effect so I can plant a little earlier than I could have otherwise. Over here's the pond. Let me have some lattice on top to protect it from the animals. Move that over here. It's actually a lot deeper than it looks. I've buried it into the ground. I'm using an IBC container, 250 gallon. And that's it. No fish yet, of course, yet, and no veggies either. I'm still cycling the system, so I don't have anything in here. But that's it. This thing's a 250 gallon tank. I have a single pump that you can't see. It's buried in the bottom of the tank there, and it comes up this clear pipe. And not this white one here. That's the exit pipe from the grow bed. But this little clear pipe right here, let's see if we can get under there. You go. You can see it's coming out the bottom, and that thing comes up the side of the grow bed, and the piping disappears into the gravel, but basically it spreads out that way to dump water in that end, and has another little fork that comes off, dumps water out right here. And then this whole thing fills up to about 3 or 4 inches below the surface. So if you dig down through all this nice dry gravel, you get to wet gravel pretty quickly. And this gravel stays wet the whole time. The system floods and drains, and that's how the plants are able to get their nutrients in the water that they need. And I keep the top 2 inches dry so that it doesn't form algae and doesn't encourage bugs to lay their eggs in there. And over here's the bell siphon. So as this thing, as the bed fills up with water, it's a 12-inch deep bed, so the bed will slowly fill up with water until it gets to the top. And then the idea is I want to actually drain it all the way back down so I can start filling it up. And the way I do that is I use this bell siphon here. No moving parts, but this thing is awesome. So the first part is just this empty shell, airtight shell. And the second part is this little, what they call a standpipe. And the water will fill up to the top of the standpipe and start to overflow. When the bell is on top of it, the water starts pulling down air with it, and it creates a vacuum between the top of the standpipe and the bell, and the vacuum creates a siphon that will actually continuously siphon all of the water out of the tank until the water level drops down. Here's under the table. So the standpipe leads to this pipe, and this pipe leads all the way back to the fish tank, and it'll shoot out the bottom. Right now there's just a little drip. I'll actually pause the video and wait till the grow bed fills with water and then show you what it looks like when the bell siphon kicks in. Alright, so we've skipped forward a few minutes in time. The bed has been mostly filled with water. The bell siphon should kick in a second. You'll notice the water level's lower. That's of course because a lot of the water's been pumped out to fill the grow bed. If you watch the end of the pipe here, well, there's always a little drip. The little drip, it's a little technical detail. I left a little, that's in case of emergency. I made sure there's always a small amount of water coming out in case electricity goes out and the pump breaks. I don't want the plants to drown and get root rot. So if the pump ever breaks, the water will continuously drain out of the bed until eventually it's empty. That way they don't get root rot. Anyway, so what you're going to see is the bed's almost full of water, and as the water level gets above the standpipe, you'll start to see the flow rate pick up on this end of the pipe. and it's going to pick up and then create a vacuum, and that's when the bell siphon really kicks in, and this will just start to dump all of the water from the grow bed in just a few minutes. Okay, so you can see it starting to pick up, and it's slowly creating the vacuum, and then once the vacuum seal is made, there it goes. It just starts dumping all the water out really quickly. It's awesome, no moving parts, fully automated. That's one of my favorite parts about the Aquaponics, is when the bell siphon kicks in. So that's it. So now the water level, which came all the way up to maybe here, is now just quickly draining its way all the way back down until it gets to the bottom of the bed. And then of course it'll just start over again. It's fully automated, only one pump. The pump runs at I think 58 watts. And so this is, you know, the whole energy-wise, this thing costs less than an old 60-watt light bulb. So it's pretty awesome. Anyway, that's it. Hope you liked it. Bye.